Yeah, hello everyone. In our previous video, we have seen four type of main ratios under profitability and return ratio. Those are return on equity, return on asset, return on net asset, return on invested capital. In this video, mainly we will be seeing other ratios, other remaining ratio that we have under profitability and return ratio. So, before moving that, I have to mention one thing: how we formatted this Excel to analyze the specific ratio. This is the section that we have to apply the finance statement value. Once we apply the finance statement there, final output ratio we will get in this section. Also, I applied some of the benchmark. This is not accurate one. This is for just understanding PSP. That just that I have added this benchmark run template. Finally, we will get the output compare with benchmark in the visualization papers. We know. Instead of comparing with a numerical value, instead of seeing the numerical value, if we see the visualization, anyone can get the proper idea how much how our company's performance. So let's move forward. So let's calculate our first ratio for today. First one is gross profit margin. This is our gross profit divided by revenue. This is our revenue. Yeah, 26.7% of gross profit we have to for our revenue. Next, let's calculate selling, general, and administration related margin. To calculate, let's take from there, and we should take the minus in as a positive value. Another thing, we should get the revenue. Here we have around 19 percentage of selling and goods and selling and general administration cost. Another thing, other operating expenses margin. We can get the other operating expenses from same side under selling and general administration cost. Let's change this as a positive. Also, we have a revenue. Yeah, now we have around 0.09 percentage of other operating expenses. Let's calculate them. EBITDA earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. So let's take that from here. How much we have that in our revenue? It's around 7 percentage. Another ratio is depreciation percentage of revenue. To calculate that, we can take the depreciation from here. Also, with that, let's take the revenue. So, around 2 percentage of depreciation we have in for revenue. Now let's calculate EBIT margin, earning before interest tax related margin. Let's take the earning before interest tax from here. Sorry, I wrote minus as well here. Yeah. Let's take the revenue. We have EBIT 5.5 percentage. Another thing, we have a earning before tax. Earning before tax we can take from this section. Earning before tax also we have a revenue around around 5 percentage of EBIT we have. So the difference between EBIT and EBD is only the interest expenses we know. Around 0.49 percentage of interest expenses we have. Let's move forward our tax percentage of revenue. We can get the tax from we can get the tax from this side. Also, the tax revenue is denominated around 1.64 percentage of the tax we have for revenue. Another thing, let's move forward our net profit margin. To calculate our net profit margin, we can take the net profit from here. Also, how much we have a net profit for the revenue. We have only 3.37 percentage of tax. Sorry, we have only 3.37 percentage of net profit for whole revenue, but we have around 26 percentage of 20 around not 26, around 27 percentage of gross profit we have, but only 3.37% of net profit we have. Now let's move for our effective tax rate. If we see the effective tax rate, we can take the tax from in this tax. Another thing, earning before interest tax we can get from here. We have around 32.8 percentage of tax in our earning before tax. So another thing, we can see the tax burden. To calculate tax burden, we can get the net income. Another thing, EBIT, earning before tax. We can get the earning before tax from in this side. Um, this is our earning before tax. Now we have around 67 percentage of tax burden. When we move to the our effective interest rate, we can get the interest expenses from here. Also, we should get the total interest bearing liability. We have calculated interest bearing liability separately. We have find that in this section, this is our total interest bearing liability. Finally, our effective interest rate is 3.86 percentage. Also, let's take the interest burden. To calculate interest burden first. Let's take the uh, earning before tax. Under earning before tax, we should include as a denominator earning before interest tax here. Yeah. Also, we have calculated all the ratio. Now let's copy all. And Control R. Yeah, finally we have calculated all the ratios, and here we can see the output of all the ratio with random benchmark. Now let's move forward our explanation side. When it comes to our explanation side, we can see in previous time we have seen this type of ratio. Let's move forward our first ratio. This is our cross profit margin. We can see and understand how our industry margin is when compare benchmark. So it's relatively volatile. Now, another thing, we have earning before interest, tax, depreciation, amortization related margin, and also we can see the net profit margin. We can see the net profit in year 5. The industry is higher than benchmark. It's relatively good. So something like that will be understanding the ratio comparing with our specific competitors. So this is the whole about this is all about profit and return ratio. In our future video, we will be seeing the asset utilization related ratio. To get better understanding about asset utilization, please be wait. I'll be updating the video soon. Thank you.